Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be doing episode number 9 of I Build Your Teams, the series where I build my viewers' teams into the best teams possible for my team unlimited and or competitive play based on how much MT they have, what their play style is, things of that nature. Today, we are blessed to have a special guest for the video, Mr. DBG himself. So thank you very much, DBG, for coming on and doing this with me. I appreciate it.
Marco JC, the agus connoisseur lads. That is probably the only Irish that has ever been. It's the only time I've ever spoken Irish on YouTube. So let's leave it at that.
I don't know what that means. I honestly don't.
I just said hello.
Oh, well, there we go. Okay, I had no idea what you were saying, but obviously I assume the vast majority of people watching this video already subscribe to DBG, follow him on Twitch, all those things. But I will leave his YouTube link, his Twitch link down in the descriptions below, so y'all can go show him some love and follow him if y'all do not already. Obviously a great content creator, so make sure y'all go show him some love. But yeah, let's not waste any time.
That's debatable. That is very debatable at this stage.
Hey, well, you know, we gotta show love to DBG. Come on, man.
I just call the Andre Ayton equivalent of the Kembe Mutombo. I'm damn bad right now.
And I kind of saw the flack that you were getting for that. That made me laugh. But yeah. Anyways, first team today comes in from Gaming God. Do you know Gaming God, DBG?
Yeah.
He plays competitively on PlayStation. But
yeah, he's been around since I've been around, since the 2K16 days. Like.
Yes, he has been around for a while. But he comes in with 1.4 mil, waiting for PD Sims and Magic. Basically, close to the best possible team. He's got tons of MT. The question is there anything to change to make it the best possible team? And in my opinion, there is. And
this is clearly a flex lineup.
Obviously, yes. He's got 1.4 mil.
Like,
he's got
1.4 mil. And like, what team be better? Wow, maybe Nick Batum for Paul Silas. Wow.
You could make an argument for Carm. It depends on what gen he's playing on, obviously. You could make an argument for Paul George, Jaylen Brown at the backup 2, Isaiah at the backup 1. Like, there are some cards you can interchange depending on what genre you're playing on. You don't like him? I really do. I bought him this morning. I got him for 300K, which I thought was pretty good.
I think Batum's better.
Really? You're playing on next gen, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's different on next gen. I got him on current this morning. I paid 300, which is still a lot of MT, but it's a lot less than the 500-600 he was going for yesterday. But yeah, as we were saying, basically the best team. I don't know if there's anything to change. We're kind of arguing about Paul George. On current, I love him, I'll say that. But with 1.4 mil, it's really preference, I think. Depends on what team, what gen you're playing on, the cards you like. You have obviously an exceptional team. You have basically every card in the game and the ability to get any card you don't have. Like, is there a spot for KD? In my opinion, maybe. But who do you take out of the lineup if you're playing KD is the question. I mean, you have every basically card. You have Silas and Carmelo and KG and all these guys, and I mean, considering those are free cards, I feel like they should play, because why spend 400K on a card that's if at best marginally better than guys who are totally free? I mean, you have a great team. I don't know if there's anything to change.
Why the hell does he have Masked Dolph and Masked AK?
Well, I like Masked Dolph because of the tendencies. I'll say that. AK, I have the unmasked version. I don't see a need to get the masked one.
The same card.
The Dolph has better tendencies though, and significantly, and I think that does matter. And since Gaming God plays competitively, I could see how.
Yeah, but AK then they're the same card. They're literally the same card.
I agree, because Blinders isn't doing anything on AK. I mean, but I'll say this. I mean, AK, even if you were to pick up a Paul George or a KD, I wouldn't take AK out of your lineup. AK is, in my opinion, the best lock in the game. Like, he is so hard to score on. He gets through every screen.
Ooh.
Hall of Fame chase down artist. He is just tough to play against.
I'm still high on Matisse Thybulle as the best lock in the game. We're not even Matisse Thybulle, on ML Carr as the best lock in the game.
I think you can make an argument for ML Carr. He doesn't play anymore, in my opinion, because his jumper, the lack of shooting badges, he can shoot, but I prefer a guy like Klay Thompson, who definitely gives you a lot more, and then Jaylen Brown, who I think gives you more versatility as well. So
yeah, he plays for me because I'm still running Matisse Thybulle and my team currently. My bench is Eric Snow, Matisse Thybulle, ML Carr, Sadiq Bey, and DeAndre Ayton.
I don't know how you do it, but I was running Sadiq Bey this morning before I bought Paul George. I was running Sadiq Bey, and his jumper is nice.
So good.
His jumper's really good. They have done a good job of dropping budget cards. I'll give them that. But I think conclusion, and there's nothing to change with this team. There's just not. He
knows there's nothing to change. Yeah. It's a flex squad.
It is 100%. And the next team, not quite as much of a flex squad. We have more.
Oh dear Lord.
Versatility. I think he's got Gary and Isaiah. 300K for starting 2 and backup 3. Dale Ellis needs to go. Yes. Kawhi, Glenn,
Just a heads up, Sadiq Bey is better than Glenn Robinson.
I agree, 100%.
Sadiq Bey is like Glenn Robinson's a player that does nothing wrong, but you might as well spend 2,000 to just get a better Glenn Robinson in Bay.
Yeah, I mean, Sadiq has a great release, and he's a better defender than Glenn Robinson at the 3. I mean, I think he's definitely an upgrade. You have Unmasked Kirilenko, who's great. D-Rob, even the Flash one is great. Dolph is great. Your point guards are great. I would say Dale Ellis, Glenn Robinson, and Kawhi are the weak spots on the team because I like AK and Josh Smith a lot. So
yeah,
I mean, at the 2,
just get Sadiq Bey.
I agree with Sadiq Bey. You're spending no MT, and he's an upgrade over Glenn Robinson. Kawhi, I think Kawhi can still play. I like him defensively, and his jumper's great. He's not going to create his own shot, but you have Isaiah and Dolph to run like the 2-man. And
I don't like Josh Smith, the power forward.
I don't mind him there.
Unless you're ISO Dale Green and everything. I don't like that card.
Well, I don't struggle to green with Josh Smith. I think I'm one of the few, though. So I love Josh Smith, but who would you replace him with? Robert Covington? You could do Rocco. Batum? That's true. He has 350K. He could go Batum. Honestly, he could replace Kawhi and Josh Smith with Rocco and Batum. Those two.
Kawhi's better than Rocco, in my opinion. Actually, you think so? They're close enough. You know what? Sell Kawhi and buy Rocco. And what's Kawhi salary? What's Kawhi? 30K?
15, 20. I think he's.
Oh, is he that cheap?
Yeah, he's pretty cheap.
Jesus, he might come into my squad then soon.
Yeah, he's pretty cheap. But I think really it's kind of preference with that backup 3 and 4 between guys like Kawhi and Rocco and Josh Smith. And Batum is good, obviously. He's a little more expensive, but I think you could definitely go him as well. I agree with Sadiq Bey replacing Glenn. And then at the 2, you have 350K. He says he's willing to spend 350K. Go get Klay. Klay is one of the best cards in the game, and he is significantly better than every other shooting guard, in my personal opinion. I don't know if DBG is going to agree with me on that one, but I love Klay. I think he is so good. And if you're willing to spend 350K, go for it. Klay is that good.
There's no tactical downgrade for Klay.
No, there's not. Nobody else. He has half clamps, half quick first step, a money release, can dunk, great dribble sigs. He does everything well. He's the only card at the shooting guard position that you can say that about, in my opinion. Besides, I guess, Donovan Mitchell. He doesn't have the Hoff badges, but Donovan Mitchell's 6'1".
Donovan Mitchell's 6'1".
If he could play point guard,
Jaylen Brown,
team still,
maybe.
But, yeah, but he can't create like Klay. Not even close. Defensively, he's close, but he can't create a shot like Klay at all. I mean, that
considering he's running
to 6 are so nice.
Considering he's running Dale Ellis, I don't know how much he wants to create. If you're just looking,
I know Sellen likes to dribble, and he's running in the starting lineup. Pick up Klay. You will love Klay. He is that good, and he likes to dribble. So I think Klay would definitely be a good one to pick up.
There is one cone that would be very, very interesting that I don't think any people are really talking about, but as a pure cone and not as a secondary ball defender, Kyle Korver.
Can he defend?
He's got like 80 in all his defensive stats. And he can get every defensive badge in the game.
But isn't he like very similar to Dale Ellis in a lot of ways, offensively?
He is, except
phenomenal release.
He's way better on defense, and he gets range.
I see what you're saying.
He's a way better Dale Ellis.
If
he wants someone similar to Dale Ellis, Korver is a way better Dale Ellis.
I mean, he could do it. I would go Klay, especially if you're willing to spend that much. You're not going to spend barely any replacement.
He has 350K, but Klay is way better. But if you want something similar for cheaper, just get Korver.
Yeah, you got.
Klay is way better than Korver though.
So, yeah, 100%. Klay is one of the best cards in the game. I think you could make an argument that Klay, at his position, is better than any other card compared to the rest of the cards at their position in the game. Because especially the 2s, I mean, the 1s are all close. The 3s and the 4s are all close. I think D-Rob's better than everybody else, but DBG loves Marc Gasol for some reason. So there we go. But
not for some reason. There are plenty of reasons.
He's a
Plus
good
20
card,
steal.
But the jumper's just not for me.
It's not bad. He doesn't miss.
Yeah, but he also is going to get contested in a like really sweaty setting. It's going to be harder to get it off. I mean, I'd consider running Anthony Davis over Marc Gasol because I love his jumper.
Don't go.
And I need my bigs to pop.
Anything.
I don't know. We can have that debate.
AD can't rebound the ball.
I love AD though, and I love Chris Webber too.
You're on current gen. This is different. I was like, on next gen, these guys can't catch the ball. Like D-Rob can't catch. D-Rob can't catch the ball on next gen.
Right.
Like he'll be playing in a passing lane, he'll just bat the ball back to the other team.
He catches it on current gen. But you also get random flukes, tip steals, no matter what your interceptor and steal rating is sometimes. The game just kind of does what it's going to do. So, but yeah, I think Klay and then any of those shooting guard, those small forward, power forwards, the Sadiq Beys, Rocco's, Robert Covington, or I'm sorry, Nick Batum, guys like that to fill out those spots. But next team comes in from Vishnu. He's got 220K on current gen. He's running Batum. He's running Covington. I still love Josh Smith. Terry's fine. Maxey's fine. I'm doing a 12-0 right now. I'm like 8-0, but I'm going to finish it later tonight. But point being, I was running Tyrese Maxey on this squad, and he's
not terrible.
He's good.
He's not terrible.
On current, he's got Pro 3 behind the back, solid defense, a really good jump shot, good dribble sigs. He can dunk. I was a fan. Honestly, I prefer him over Terry. He is so nice. And then Mullen and Harden is fine. Carr's good.
Mullen Harden
Sadiq is
fine.
good.
Sadiq's fine.
I don't like DeAndre Jordan at this point because I don't like insides. But if you can effectively use an inside,
there's no reason.
Bad.
There's no reason to use DeAndre Jordan over DeAndre Ayton.
Does Ayton do a ton? I mean, I guess he can shoot the mid range, and I guess wide open he can shoot the three as well. But
he can hit corner threes.
Yeah, but like he has 220K. I feel like you can get a better center option than Ayton. I mean, I don't know how much.
You really can't.
Miles Turner
for like less than 100. For less than 100, you really can't.
Miles Turner, Bam Adebayo. I think they're both up to pretty significant upgrades.
Bam's like 60K. Miles Turner's 100.
I know, but he's got 220.
But why would you waste why would you get a little bit of an upgrade over? Like, you got to plan for the year, man. You got to plan for the year.
I see what you're saying. Maybe because of my.
Is he looking to spend it all? Does he have it? Okay, so he's looking to spend it. If he's looking to spend it all, Miles Turner is the best.
Yeah, I would agree. I think, but I mean, he's still going to have 120K after he buys Miles Turner. Miles Turner this morning on Xbox was going for 80K because I sold my Miles Turner this morning. He's not. I mean, he's expensive, but you'll still have 140K.
Yeah,
and he's an upgrade. I'll say that. I think really Miles Turner can compete with the top centers on both ends, whereas DeAndre Jordan can really only compete with the top centers on one end of the court, which is defensively. Offensively, he's not going to do anything for you.
Is Rashawn Holmes a crazy option? I don't know what price. He's like 18K.
I haven't used the card. He's 18K. I looked at him on paper and he looked good, but I have no idea how much he's going for. I don't know how his jump shot is.
He was 18K last time I saw. He's got the Mo Bamba jumper.
That's wild.
He's got a 69 3 ball, which means he can hit.
Yeah. Does he?
But that's barely. At the same time, that's barely better than.
My question with him is, does he get catch and shoot? Because if he can get like catch and shoot and
Ayton can get every shooting badge in the game pretty much. Look at DeAndre Ayton. The badges DeAndre Ayton can get.
He can get catch, and he could get corner specialist and blinders, not blinders, but you can get catch and corner on Holmes. Ayton is fine, but I think Holmes gives you more. A 77.
You sure?
65. Decent defense. Good defense.
Ayton's also 6 foot.
He gets catch and sniper. It's true.
Ayton's also 7'1".
And his jumper's good. I will say that. I've used his cards in past years. His jumper's definitely good. You could go Ayton. I'd go Miles Turner. That's my opinion. Cause
boom, I've gotten you to at least admit you could go Ayton. Let's go. My job here is done.
You have made progress. Yes, you have.
My job here is done.
I just think a 65 3-pointer, even with coach, floor general, dimer, I don't know. I feel like there's a decent difference there, and I don't know if I trust it, but I could be wrong. I mean, I never struggled to green with Josh Smith or ML Carr much, I was greening with Bam yesterday in the gameplay I did with him, so he's got a 73 3-pointer now.
Yeah, but he's the biggest green window in the game. 62 outside of Bill Lambier is the next biggest green window in the game.
Bill Lambier has a giant green window. That jumper is hideous. Yeah. I was using him in draft. Oh my gosh.
You have to.
Last year. I think it's worse this year.
The only way you can shoot with Bill Lambier is by going meter pro stick only, and whenever he catches the ball, use the pro stick. You can't shoot with him without the meter.
I cannot justify using a card that will require me to use the pro stick. No chance. But you could go Ayton. I'd go Miles Turner. That's what I'll say. Next team, he's got 350K. Again, we have DeAndre Jordan, and then we have Ayton, who is better than DeAndre Jordan. I'll admit that. DeJounte and Drew, you don't have a primary ball handler on your bench or your starting lineup. That's kind of a problem. Harden can be a primary ball handler, but I don't think he's a great one. I mean, you could do that, but off the bench, just go get Tyrese Maxey. Like, he's 15,000 MT, and he is so good. He comes with 40 gold badges. He can dunk, shoot, and defend, and score.
And then who to replace Devin Booker with? Because you've got no defenders then.
Matisse Thybulle. Thybulle's cheap.
Yeah,
he's got 350K, and then he can replace Gus Gerard with Sadiq Bey.
Or
Jaylen Brown's great.
Or replace Booker if you want a primary ball handler with Tyler Hero 2.0 and Kevin Huerter.
Kevin Huerter, isn't he a Sapphire? He better be
good. Look at him. Look up his stats.
Look
at his stats and look at his animations.
Is what the cards that we look at. Hold on. Kevin Huerter. Oh, he's an amp. He's a Ruby. I didn't realize that. 90, 82. Hotspots everywhere. Good shooting badges. 84 speed's fine. He gets quick first step. He gets a couple defensive badges. Shifty. Trae Young. Yeah, he's pipping behind the back. Okay, wow. You badge this card out. He's solid. You add a quick first step, clamps interceptor, something like that. He's not bad. With a 93 pointer and the Trae Young base.
He's basically better Zach LaVine without the dunk.
Without the dunk, yeah, the dunk matters. But he's not, honestly, with shifty dribble style and that release, he's going to be solid. You'd have to badge him, but
Not really.
You could.
What badges would you give him? Quick first step,
Quick first step
clamps?
and clamps, but that's going to cost you 40,000 MT to add those 2 badges.
Is that how much those badges are?
To add them to gold? Yeah.
Unreal! I have so many of them sitting in my collection from back when they were 1,000 MT, and I just sat on them.
You should sell them because you're going to get 5, 6, 7,000 MT per badge.
Hell no! I'm waiting for 250 season.
We'll sell them in 2 weeks then. The day before quals. That'll do it.
Of course. I'm
They'll
selling
be
my whole team the
14K
day before
then.
quals. I don't care about qualifying again. I'm selling my whole team the day before quals.
Understandable. But yeah, I think that your bench, Sadiq Bey definitely. Kevin Huerter, if you want to badge him, you could do that. Backup 4, Nick Batum, Rocco, one of those guys, and then center. Miles Turner. Just go get Miles Turner. You got 350K, and all of these are going to be budget upgrades. Go spend 100K on Miles Turner or less, and replace DeAndre Jordan. And then otherwise, if you fix that bench with Maxey, Huerter, and badged, Sadiq Bey, and then Batum, for example, those 4 guys combined are going to run you what? Less than 100,000 MT, even if you add some badges? Even if you add a couple badges to each of those cards, I mean, it's going to be less than 100,000 MT there. You're going to spend, I don't know, 175K out of your 350K, which is a lot, but he says he's willing to spend 150K max. Well, then maybe you don't add those badges, and maybe you do go Matisse Thybulle. He could go Matisse Thybulle, who's a lot cheaper to play the lock of the 2, and he can shoot. Rather than badging a Huerter. I think that might be the way to go. And definitely Maxey. Go get Miles Turner, and then Sadiq Bey and Nick Batum. That'll be around 150K right there. So, that's probably what do you think?
Yeah.
All right, well, there we go. Second to last team comes in from Rue the Moo. Is this the real Rue the Moo? I don't know. 100K, bruh.
Not a chance. No way the real Rue the Moo is running with Draymond Green in November.
Yeah. Who is making a Rue the Moo? Who is making a Rue the Moo burner account on Twitter though? I don't know. People have too much time on their hands, I guess. He's got Dame, who's terrible at this point, at least defensively. Harden's fine. Batum and Covington are fine. Is there anything else worth using on this team? He's got like 3 players.
I mean, Gus is fine.
I guess. And Dort is just a worse Matisse
Thybulle, yeah.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving is the worst player in the game. I don't care. He's the worst player that you still... No, he's the worst player that you still see people run consistently in this game.
Yeah,
he is one of the
I'd
biggest liabilities in all of 2K.
Wilt is great at mashing, but on current gen he's not as good, and people run him.
DeAndre Ayton's just better than Wilt at everything.
Yeah,
except for playing lanes.
Except for probably paint defense. I don't know.
Hall of Fame Intimidator on Ayton.
Yeah, but Wilt has 8-foot arms and is 7'1", and I know Ayton's 7'1" too, but Wilt has that like player build. He's big. I don't know. He's got that. For whatever reason, I feel like he always plays elite defense. But I haven't used the card in a while, to be fair.
Have you used Ha-Seong Jin yet?
No. Actually, yes, I've used him one time, and he's gigantic and has gold interceptor and plays every lane. He's gonna get a fan favorites card in like 6 months. That's gonna be the best center in the game. But
Ha-Seong Jin for Draymond and just paint mash people to death.
You could. I don't know if I'd go that route with 100K. Who are the best budget point guards? Maxey for 15K and
Eric Snow. I
Snow
can't believe I have not mentioned Eric Snow right now. He's better than Maxey. Eric Snow is the best budget point guard in this game. It's not even close.
How about this? I'll let DBG go with this team. This is a DBG team right here to work with, I feel like.
Get Eric Snow at the 1. Throw DeAndre Ayton in at the 5. Get rid of Kyrie Irving. And try to find a way to discard that Kyrie Irving because he should never see the floor for you again. Backup point guard. I don't know. Use whoever you want. Considering the fact you're using Dame and you're using Kyrie Irving, it means you like small point guards. Why not just use Davion Mitchell at this stage? Matisse Thybulle at the 2. You know what? You have no MT. Keep Dale as the 3. Keep Gus the 4. You may as well keep Wilt the 5. You don't have enough MT. You've spent about 30,000 MT right there. You've still got about 70,000 MT left. And you can start saving it up, and your team does not have a Dame Lillard / Kyrie Irving problem anymore.
Yeah, you could still go Tyrese Maxey instead of Davion Mitchell, though, because you don't have a scorer off the bench if you run Davion.
Have you seen Davion's release?
His release is great, but he's got base dribble style.
Have you seen how fast he moves?
Doesn't he have like Kimba's release?
No,
Or
he has his
something
own
similar?
release. He has a release that's basically base 98.
Oh,
Quick.
Wait, what? I did not.
He has base 99. It is so good.
Does anybody else have this release, or is he the
No.
first one with it?
He's the only person with it.
Because I know he can defend. Obviously, he's Davion Mitchell. I'm a Baylor fan. I watched him play all of last year. He's a freak.
I'm telling you, base dribble style does not matter on him. He moves so freaking fast.
He's got gold.
I'm not sure about current gen, but on next gen, he moves so fast. I'm normally the first person to say don't use anyone who doesn't have like quicker shifty as a one. No,
right.
Davion Mitchell's that dude.
Maybe, and you might be right. I'd still go Tyrese Maxey because I feel like he gives you everything. He's
He's also doesn't play defense, does he?
He's 6'2" and he comes with defensive badges. He's got. I think he comes with clamps.
Oh yeah, he does. He does actually
play.
play defense. You're right.
Yeah, he's
You're right,
really
he does.
Good. He's a really good card. He's got 40 gold badges. He comes with clamps, interceptor.
Yeah, he is really good actually. Jeez, he's very solid.
He can dunk. He can shoot. His jumper's the same jumper as Emmanuel Quickly, and Furkan Korkmaz. He's got quick dribble style, pro 3 behind the back, comes with shooting badges, can get sniper. He's so good.
You are right. He's a beast, but that is not Furkan Korkmaz's release. Furkan Korkmaz has that on quick. He doesn't miss.
Oh, he has it on quick. Okay, I know they have the same base, but
no, Furkan Korkmaz does not miss that dude. But no, you're right. Actually, Maxey does look like a beast.
Yeah, he's a stud. I was using him on an account earlier, and I'm very impressed with the card. That's probably what I did though for point guards. Is him and Eric Snow. But otherwise, go with what DBG said. So
he doesn't look like he has any flaws. But have you used Eric Snow? Yeah.
No, I've watched a lot of people use him. I know he has a really nice release, and he plays defense really well.
Yeah, he's on my backup point guard, but for me, he's better. Like I started with DeJounte. Eric Snow's way better than DeJounte.
Okay. I know you've always liked to run like a stronger bench than your starters as well. Is something I've noticed from the past from watching your videos and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of changed this year, seeing as I use 4 rubies on my bench.
Fair enough. But I think I think he's solid. I love Tyrese Maxey though. That card is just, I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm so high on that card. I think he's really, really good. I think he's the best of the budget amethyst ruby point guards. So, and then last team comes in from my boy Evan. He's got 1 million MT, looking to upgrade his bench 2 through 4. Admittedly, your bench 2 through 4 is not bad. But Donovan Mitchell next to Gary is the way I would run Donovan Mitchell if you want to run him. Isaiah's great. Dolphin, Dikembe. I don't love Dikembe anymore, to be completely honest. Like, I would sell him and buy Miles Turner because I prefer Miles Turner, but I think that's kind of a matter of opinion.
Dude's got a million.
Phenomenal.
What price is Marcus All?
I have no idea, and I don't have my Xbox on, so I can't check. But
so can you at least admit Dikembe is not even close to being Marcus All?
Well, I can tell you this: Dikembe has a slower release than Marcus All. He's slower as a card, not nearly as good of a defender, doesn't have half bullet passer. Of course, that one isn't a debate. I will agree with that. I would 100% go Marcus All.
Yeah, surely Marcus All cannot be more than 150k.
I don't expect he is. And if he is, then I think that's a good upgrade. Because I'll say this, I don't think Marcus All is better than D-Rob. I would also take Dolph over him. After that, it's kind of debatable. Is he like Kevin Garnett? I don't like KG's release either. That's the problem. So then it kind of becomes of what do they do better? And KG's probably a little more athletic, but I don't know. KG, I don't think you're getting him. You have level 33. I guess you probably could get him, but I mean, Marcus Hall's not a bad upgrade. I kind of agree with you on that one, especially with 1 million MT. Unless you want to pay 300k for the Flash D-Rob.
And also Sadiq Bey for Glenn Robinson.
Yeah, I agree.
Can we make
or
that
he could go Batum.
Yeah.
Or even Tobias Harris if you want to put some defensive back
Yeah, that is true. But also, can we just make an agreement? No matter what the MT-wise is, for every single person who ever says Glenn Robinson, it's just going to be guess Sadiq Bey.
Yeah, I honestly agree with that. I think that because he's 2,000 MT, he's basically free, and he does everything better.
Oh, he's gone up in price, has he?
He was 1,600 this morning, so I don't know how much he is now, but he's definitely cheap. Yeah, I mean, I think center, I would upgrade to Dikembe, and then Sadiq Bey for Glenn Robinson, unless you want to go Batum or Tobias or somebody like that. Kawhi, you don't have to replace, I don't feel like, and neither Harden. You can if you want. I mean, you could go, you have 1 million MT, you could go get Klay if you wanted to, for example. But my whole thing with running Klay is if you get Klay, you're going to want to start him, and Donovan Mitchell can't play next to Isaiah Thomas. So then do you start Klay and Isaiah and bring Peyton and Mitchell off the bench? Like, that's something you could decide, but I don't see why you need to replace Kawhi, to be completely honest.
I'm looking at the stats. Sadiq Bey and Glenn Robinson are basically the same card, except Glenn Robinson has a few pretty useless Hall of Fame badges.
Yeah, his Hall of Fame badges are bad. He's got like what, fearless finisher and set shooter and
Yeah.
a couple of
Ball pest is good,
off-ball
but-
pest. Yeah.
But
Tyler
you've
Stephanie, I
got,
think, too.
well, Sadiq Bey has just got all the defensive badges that
Yeah.
he doesn't have.
He's a better card than Glenn, and his jumper is amazing. Glenn's jumper is really good too. 29 is great, but
Yeah, 31's better.
yeah, his jumper, it's like Rudy Gay's release.
It's Eddie Jones release. It's a legitimate. It is Eddie Jones release. Same upper, same.
That is
lower.
not what Eddie Jones's releases looked like in the past that I can remember. But I haven't used
It
an
was
Eddie
last
Jones
year.
card since 2K20, so I don't know.
Oh, you didn't use the Diamond Eddie Jones last year.
No, I did not.
Eddie Jones, Eddie Johnson, and Sadiq Bey have the exact same release, as far as I'm aware.
All I remember about Eddie Johnson is he had a card in 2K20 that was a diamond early in the year, and that card had Team X release, and he was so good early in the
He
year.
also had base 31. He had Eddie Jones release.
Ah, all right. Well, it's a good release, so if we get an Eddie Johnson or Eddie
Yeah.
Jones, they're going to be worth using.
That card just had steady. That was the only problem with that card. It's silver steady.
Forgot about Steady. That was an annoying badge.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, center's position is
ahead.
place to upgrade, and then Sadiq Bey instead of Glenn, and besides that, if you want to upgrade Harden and Kawhi, you can. There are top-tier shooting guards and small forwards, and you have the MT for them if you want to, but I don't think you need to. So, that's my thing about that. Besides
Yeah.
that, I mean, I think you're good. So,
Pretty good team.
yeah. All right. Well, that is pretty much going to do it for the video. Anything else you wanted to add, DBG, before I wrap it up?
Always tactically downgrade, lads.
I like the sound of that. All right. Well, that is going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 2,500 subscribers on the channel. I'm like 20 something away, I think. So maybe even less than 20 at this point. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you do subscribe. But yeah. Again, huge thank you to DBG for coming on, doing this with me today. I hope y'all did enjoy this video. Go drop him a sub on his YouTube channel, his Twitch, all that stuff if you don't already. And yeah, thanks for doing this, DBG. I really appreciate it.
No problem at all.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for this video. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. And I appreciate y'all. Peace.